Okay, welcome back in. Great to have you here on WKYT. And sometimes making a big change to a room can be as simple as spicing up your coffee table.
Those little touches out there make a big difference. Liz Toombs, the owner of Polka Dots and Rosebuds Interiors, is here with some ideas on how to style yours. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
So don't just pile books on your coffee table, right?
Ideally not, if you want it to be attractive, yes. But you can use some of those books on your coffee table. So what I've done here is just kind of styled an example for you all. This is probably a pretty moderate sized coffee table, comparable to what most people may have in their home. But you always have to consider the shape of the table when you're putting items on it. And you don't want it to appear cluttered, but you want it to look full and abundant. So some of the key things that you can think about putting on your table are books with subjects that interest you. You can consider a candle, maybe in your favorite scent. Fresh flowers are always a win. You can never go wrong with that. Or if you can find silk flowers that look real, you can always do that as well if you don't want to swap fresh ones all the time. And then consider pieces that mean something to you. So for this example, I brought a piece of driftwood from a lake that I frequent all the time. So the coffee table kind of tells your story. So keep that in mind. And be careful with your room arrangement, because if you have two sofas that are on either side of your coffee table and you put a really tall candlestick or floral arrangement when you have guests and you're trying to talk to them, that's going to have to
not
get
be
moved.
productive.
Yeah.
You're right about that. I think sometimes people are a little intimidated making those changes, thinking that, I'm not going to do it right. Do you tell people just to dive on in?
Absolutely. It should be fun. It should be something enjoyable because it reflects you. So if you're a minimalist, you don't have to have this many things on your table. But if you are a minimalist, focus on larger items, and you don't need so many of them, as opposed to a whole lot of little tchotchkes and things that would clutter it up. But yes, you really can't mess it up. Just play around, and you don't have to go out and buy new things. Start with what's in your house, give that a shot, and if you like it, then you can keep moving from there.
Yeah, that's good.
You make a good point in that often in your living room you will have guests who would probably, the conversation could be prompted by, what is this driftwood or whatever, right?
Yes, no, you're right. They're great conversation starters. And then don't forget to leave some space so that if someone has a glass of wine or a mug that they'd like to put on the table, you don't want it to be so overwhelming that you can't use the piece. It's for function too, not just beauty.
And boy, the flowers make it just have that nice fresh look too.
They do. And it feels like spring, so it seems appropriate right now.
Yes.
I bet you're going to get busy here soon, right?
Yes.
Getting people spruced up. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
As always.